Sorry for the air conditioner noise. It's 100-something degrees outside and the AC is just running constantly. So, alright, let's say you're looking for a concealed carry pistol. You're going to the gun store and the guy says, well, there's your mid-size gun. How about this? Smith & Wesson SD9. You know, mid-size, 16 rounds. Too big. Alright, fine. Glock 30. Shorter grip. Shorter barrel. How about that? Nope. Too heavy. Too big. Alright, fine. How about this? Smith & Wesson Shield. You know, you got a little flush fit magazine or one with a pinky extension. You got your, there's your flush fit. You got your 8-round magazine. How about that? Nope. Still too big. Too heavy. I can't fit that in my pocket. Okay, well, how about this? Ruger LCR. 357 Magnum, 5 rounds. This will fit in your pocket. It's real light. Nah, it's only got 5 rounds. I want something I can reload easy and it's got more rounds. Alright, fine. This is all I got left. Kel-Tec P32. 7 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber. Is that gonna work? Yeah, I guess. Nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber, nothing in here, nothing in these 2 mags, nothing between my ears. So this little guy here, this cute, adorable, teensy-weensy little itty-bitty thing is about the smallest, lightest, thinnest center fire pistol you can get. I know they make those little North American Arms mini revolvers. Yes, they can work, but the trigger system's different. That's a single action revolver, and you're dealing with rim fire versus center fire. The problem with that, of course, is the ignition source on a rim fire is not very reliable compared to center fire. So, as far as center fire cartridge pistols go, this is it. This is the ultimate. Thin, tiny, short, lightweight. I mean, we're talking here. This is an empty leather wallet, and this is a slim style wallet. It's the same thickness as an empty, slim wallet. It's the same height as a leather wallet. It's almost the same length. Pretty darn close. And this will still fit in the back pocket of just about anybody's jeans. I don't care if you're wearing little skinny emo jeans or whatever. This will fit. If you can't conceal and carry this thing, give up. Seriously, there is nothing else on the market this size, weight, thickness that will still conceal and carry easily. There just doesn't exist. There's other 32s, but they're bigger, they're heavier, they're thicker. So why would you opt for 32 though instead of 380? Because they make the 380, you know, the Kel-Tec P32 is the same thickness, the same length, everything, dimensions the same. The Ruger LCP, for example, is also just another copy of the P3AT. Why would you not go for that? Why would you go for the little tiny, oh, this is adorable little tiny 32 ACP cartridge, oh, it's so cute. Why would you go with this little, you know, pea shooter? Well, a few reasons. One, you get 1 more round per magazine. This is 7 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. LCP and P3AT, 6 rounds. 1 round doesn't seem like a lot, but that makes a difference to some people. Another thing you just saw right here, last round hold open. It automatically locks open on the last round. That is a huge thing for 2 reasons. Reloads and for takedown. Let me show you real quick right here. Taking this down is simple. Lock the slide back. Pick out your mag. See this little pin right here? Use your thumbnail. Pick it out. Slide comes right off. Then you have your usual guide rod and barrel come off there, just like any other gun. Now, putting it back together, stick your mag back in there. Lock the slide back. Ah, this makes this part so much easier. You just stick the pin in there and you're good to go. Try and do that with a Kel-Tec P3AT. Ain't gonna happen. You have to sit there and you gotta hold this back. And, okay, I gotta put my fingers here and do this. And, oh, it fell forward. Oh, dang it. Oh, it's a nightmare. Ruger kind of got smart, sort of, kind of, and put a little tab there that you can manually push up, you know, to lock it back, and you know, then it's all good. But it's still not as good as just going, oh, there it is. It's locked back. Simple, easy, you know, and you know, reloads again. Not that you're going to get any long gun battles with this. You're not going to have any, you know, John Woo style engagements with this kind of thing, where you're going to be just slapping in mag after mag after mag. But if you're just shooting at the range, it's kind of a nice thing to just bang, 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 bang. Oh, it's locked back. Okay, stick in another magazine. Here we go. Yay, we're good to go. You know, just makes life a little easier. The recoil on 32 ACP is another factor. When you have this tiny, itty-bitty, lightweight, thin thing, would you rather shoot something small, light, with, you know, mild recoil? And I mean mild. This is like shooting, and everybody always compares this to a 22, but really, this is just like shooting a 22. It doesn't hurt your hand. It doesn't sting. It doesn't try and jump out. It's just pleasant to shoot this little thing. Would you rather shoot that, or would you rather shoot something that feels like a firecracker is going off in your hand? That's pretty much what 380 is. This isn't 380, this is 9, but 380 is the same diameter, and it's basically just a shortened 9mm case. 380 ACP is 80% of the power of a 9mm. This is a heck of a lot more potent than 32. It's faster, it's a heavier bullet, more powder, more flash, louder bang, and you're gonna shoot that out of this little thing? Seriously. Go shoot an LCP sometime, then shoot this. Tell me which one's more pleasant to shoot. If you're a new shooter, if you're some elderly person with not a lot of hand strength, or you've got arthritis, if you're a female shooter, again, not trying to be sexist, but a lot of female shooters, they don't like guns that hurt to shoot. It's going to turn them off from the experience of shooting. It's going to make them not want to carry a gun because it's scary and it's unpleasant, it's painful. It'll develop bad habits with flinching. You want a gun that they can actually enjoy shooting, that they can shoot comfortably, reliably, frequently, they can become proficient with. This will allow that. 32 ACP also, if you're going to look at cartridges, this full metal jacket will penetrate reliably to 15 inches in ballistic gelatin. Full metal jacket will, not jacketed hollow point. If you're going to carry this, don't carry a hollow point. Carry full metal jacket. 32 ACP is the bottom of the line in terms of ballistics with center fire cartridges and pistols go. And if you get in this range, you kind of have to give up some things. You're not going to get a lot of expansion out of a hollow point. And in what expansion you do get, you give up half of your penetration. Half! An average 32 ACP jacketed hollow point will only go between 7 and 8 inches. That's it. That's not really a lot to go on. 15 inches every time. Doesn't matter if there's denim or bare gelatin. This is going to do the same every time. And this is your practice ammo. Basically, this is full metal jacket. This is stuff you go to Walmart and buy in the, you know, Winchester white box. This is actually S&B, Cellier, Bellow, you know, the Czech Republic stuff. Fiocchi is another good one to carry. This is your practice ammo. You can carry your practice ammo as your defensive ammo. You can practice with it. It costs the same. It's not like, oh, I have to shoot the cheap stuff just so I can carry the expensive gold dot fancy, you know, $2 a shot kind of thing or whatever. So, yeah, you can practice with your carry ammo. That's always a plus. And the capacity. This tiny little thing here. 10 rounds of this and this. 10 rounds. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but 10 rounds? How about 10 rounds of 45? Which one do you think is going to be easier to carry? Yeah. Affordable. This is a first-gen model. I picked this up used, of course. $169. With 2 magazines. $169, that's all. High Point C9, brand new, costs about that much. And it's way bigger, way heavier. You're not going to be able to conceal a high point as easily as this. Not to mention the fact that a high point has a manual safety and, well, let's face it, it's a high point. And I mean, gun snobs, you know, oh, high points won't work. Yeah, they work, but if I had my druthers, I'd rather go for something with a double action trigger and no safeties and so on. But anyways, this, you're going to be more likely to actually carry. High point, not so much. You're going to look at, you know, when you're going to go out, you're going to carry something this size, or this size, or you're going to go with this thing. If you can't carry this, again, you got no excuse. Bad things about this gun are kind of inevitable. When you get into this size category gun, you've made so many compromises at this point just to make it this tiny and this lightweight and this thin. You had to give up a lot of things. Now for me, the smallest shootable gun, and I mean by shootable is, you know, comfortable to hold, comfortable to shoot quickly and accurately. This is kind of the floor. Smith & Wesson 9mm shield. Thin, but still thicker, it's bigger, it's taller. This is not a big gun, and this makes this thing look tiny. Look at this. It's pretty tall and long. I mean, heck, even if I put this flat, you know, the flush fit magazine in there, still longer, thicker, definitely heavier. This is literally twice the weight of this. This is less than 10 ounces. This, like 21 or so. You know, this is easy to strap on your ankle. This feels like you're strapping a brick to your ankle. Carrying in your pocket, even in your front pocket. This will fit in the front pocket. Barely. This will fit in your front pocket, your back pocket, your shirt pocket, your ankle, under your hat, wherever. But you give up those things, you know, size, shootability, because look at this. This, I have average size hands. I can barely get even my ring finger on here. Look at that, it goes halfway up my ring finger. If you want some more grip, get you the factory Kel-Tec extension. Well, still. Yeah, I can get 2 fingers on there, but my pinky, forget it, still. I can't even call this a pinky extension because my pinky's got nowhere to go. It's kind of tucks under there, and that's it. This does help as far as making it easier to pull out your, you know, holster, but that's about it. Now, if you want a full grip, you put on the 10-rounder. Yeah, now you can get something to get a hold of, but then you've just given up all your concealability because that ain't gonna fit in your back pocket. No way. So you give up comfort, you give up shootability, and, you know, accuracy, and then look at these sights. And I know you can't really expect a lot out of a tiny pocket pistol for sights, but this is just laughable. You don't even have, like in the rear here, you don't have a groove in the slide. In the front, you don't actually have a post. You have a little bump with a tiny little divot in the back, which I stuck some paint in there just so I could see it. And in the back you have, same thing, you got like this little divot hole, not even a groove in the slide. And you're supposed to stack those on top of each other like a Heine straight 8 sight, kind of like that. That's your sights. That's it. Not a lot to go on. I don't see myself using this as a target pistol in competitions. But for defensive purposes, if you can just point your finger at somebody, this works. 7 yards or less, that's all this is meant for. This is basically a fancy get-off-me gun. Point-blank range, really. I mean, a little bit beyond arm's range, but it'll shoot out to, I mean, I've shot this out to 20 yards. I can put it on paper just barely. And I'm talking like off of a bench rest. It's doable, so the mechanics are there, but working that into, you know, drawing that from your pocket and shooting it, ain't gonna happen. So don't expect to be shooting bad guys, you know, making headshots at 20 yards with this thing. It's just not happening. This is strictly center mass only, 7 yards or less. That's it. So again, you're making compromises with the size and everything. Again, the pinky extension kind of sucks. It's not a pinky extension, it's just an extension. It's a ring finger extension. I don't regret buying this because, again, it does make it easier to draw, but it doesn't really contribute a whole lot. So it's kind of a minus there. The rust. Oh God, the rust. Kel-Tec. Sorry, as much as I like some of your products, please work on the finish. They always use these high carbon steel slides for all of them, and they're blued and parkerized ones. This is a blued model. If you even look at these things cross-eyed, it turns orange. It's just, ugh. There's no avoiding rust with these things, it seems. I've coated this thing with LPS2 on a regular basis, and it doesn't matter which holster I use. If I use my, you know, the K&J factory or fabric one, if I use this little leather jobby that I made, heck, even if I use a Remora, doesn't matter. Sweat gets to this thing. Somehow it just seeks it out. I don't know if it's just the atmosphere, the humidity or something. It just finds it and it just turns orange. So rust is a problem. They do make a hard chrome version of the P32. Hard chrome, while it's not as good as stainless, is a lot better. But good luck finding one, because P32s, they're not a hot seller because people are like, I want a bigger cartridge. So P32 is not a big seller. They still make them, and I hope they keep making them, but you're lucky to find one of these at all in a gun store. So if you can find one in hard chrome, that's like the holy grail of P32s. So if you can get it, get it. And lastly, the cost of ammo. That little tiny pea shooter thing there, that 32 ACP cartridge, a box of 50 full metal jacket costs the same as a box of 50 45 ACP, which is darn near twice the size. Kind of ridiculous, but again, at least you can practice with your carry ammo. This is your carry ammo right there. That's not 45, sorry, the full metal jacket is your carry ammo. Do not carry jacketed hollow point. Another, while I'm on the subject of ammo here, another reason why you should not carry jacketed hollow point in 32 ACP in this gun is this is a semi-rimmed cartridge. And see if I can get the camera to focus here. Now if you can see the back of the cartridge there, it has a little bit of a lip that sticks out more than the sides of the case, as opposed to like 380 is going to be the same on the back here. But see how that one's, the back edge here is flush. So if you have, same 45, if you have these stacked on top of each other, they don't catch. You have 32, it's kind of a semi-rim cartridge. It can hang up on one below there if it advances beyond the other one. Now what I'm talking about, I'm kind of rambling on about this, but what this amounts to is if you have jacketed hollow point is a shorter overall length, and what that does is it allows it to, inside of the magazine, it can move forward and back a little bit under recoil, and when that one below it skips ahead of the one on top of it, then that rim catches on the one below it, and that top round will hang up. Your slide basically locks back like this, and you can't do anything to clear it other than dropping the magazine entirely and putting another magazine in, because the only way to get that out is to take off the base plate of the magazine, disassemble the magazine, drop all the rounds out, and get it out. Not something you're really going to be having time to do if the bad guy's coming at you. So, and again, there's, like I mentioned, jacketed hollow point, doesn't penetrate for crap. Now I know they make a little fix for it, they call it flyer wire. It's a little doohickey you stick in the back of the magazine, and it kind of takes up some of the space in the mag, so that way it makes jacketed hollow points more or less act the same way in the magazine as a full metal jacket, because it gives it more overall length. But why bother? Because again, you get crappy penetration, not hardly anything for expansion. It's not worth it. So just carry full metal jacket in these things for practice and for carry, and you're golden. So that's it. Sorry I'm rambling on a lot, but there's just a lot of detail to this. But I love this little gun for, you know, cheap, easy to carry, small thing. I wouldn't consider this a primary carry. I really don't like pocket size pistols. But this is one of those things, again, that it's better than nothing, and it always ensures that you can carry a gun, no matter what. You have no excuse to not carry something this size. So, all that in mind, for what it's worth, it's my 2 cents on that. Thanks for watching.